I'm the nature boy, Buddy Landel, the Smoky Mountain heavyweight champion, and I'm here today at Classy Motors on Clinton Highway in Knoxville, Tennessee. Now, Bobby Blaze, I'm here for a purpose, and my purpose being this. Since I stomped you and humiliated you to win this Smoky Mountain heavyweight title, you're a no title wearing, coal dust blowing, no time telling, broke puke from Ashland, Kentucky. Now, what I'm going to do, since I'm a compassionate human being, being the outstanding pillar of the community that I am, I'm here with Wayne from Classy Motors, and I'm personally going to buy you a vehicle. Now, that's what kind of a person I am. See, it's like this, Bobby. Since you're walking around with no car and you got to feed your family on food stamps, carrying your old lady on your back, and especially feed that illegitimate kid of yours, let it never be said that the nature boy Buddy Landel wasn't compassionate. My heart goes out to you. I feel for you. Especially living in Ashland, Kentucky, but be that as it may, that's where you live. So I'm here today to purchase you a vehicle. Wayne, I'm just asking you this. You got any cars around here that would be suitable for a coal dust blowing puke from Ashland, Kentucky?
Yeah, we got plenty of cars here. I got 3 or 4 I'm going to show you here in just a few minutes. It'll be perfect for him. Hey, nature boy, how about a 1989 Pontiac Grand Am? It's got new tires, 40-something thousand miles, a one-owner car with a cold air. What do you think?
No. Listen. We're talking about a puke from Ashland, Kentucky, Bobby Blaze. This is way too nice of a car for him. Besides, he'd probably get it stuck in one of them stinking mud ruts up there in Ashland, Kentucky in that trailer park he lives in. So let's just go to the next one.
Hey, but nature boy, how about a 1992 Chevrolet pickup truck? Got leather interior, got cold air on it, V8, and this is high up off the ground. I believe you can get around it. What do you think?
Well, let me ask you a question. Does it have jumper cables?
No.
Well, if it ain't got jumper cables, then he won't know how to operate it. Next one, let's go.
How about a 1987 5.0 GT Mustang 5-speed? You think that's good enough for him?
Wayne, I'm going to tell you something. As nice a car as that is, it's way too fast of an automobile for somebody like Bobby Blaze. Besides, I don't want to be involved in promoting illegal liquor sales. He'll be running moonshine in this stinking thing. We got to go to the next one. Come on, baby. Wayne, I'm going to be honest with you. Here at Classy Motors, you guys just got way too good automobiles for somebody like Bobby Blaze. Now, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 1 week to find that puke from Ashland, Kentucky, the suitable transportation. 1 week, okay? So I'm going to be back next week, and I want you to have something suitable for Bobby Blaze.
And I think we do know some of the reasons why this person wasn't as over as he could have been, or as underrated as we have him on our list. And my heart goes out to this guy because I knew him very, very, very well. And if you do any fact checking at all, I'm not going to say, I know Jeremy's not the kind of person either. We're not going to say anything about this next person that he hasn't already said about himself. But he's none other than the nature boy, Buddy Landel. What a great talent Buddy Landel was.
He was
but
great,
underrated.
Yeah, great talker, great worker, but, kind of like you were intimating there, he really was a self-inflicted gunshot wound of losing push.
Yeah.
He was booked to win the title at one point and blew that off. It's a shame. It's sad to see people in this position because he's one of those guys who could have really, really been big. Hell, was big. I say really what it was big. It just he had shit in his way, and it's unfortunate. And it's kind of, he's one of those guys, and we'll get to another one later. Like musicians love bands like Rush and Kansas and Dream Theater, and they're really bands for musicians. Buddy Landel is one of those wrestlers. Yeah. People in the business and people who like me kind of, try to dig in as much as we can, but aren't in the business. Guys like Buddy Landel stand out because he's one of those little hidden gems, Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I could tell you so many Buddy Landel stories, but I won't go into, a lot of them. I wrote about him in both of my books, and there's your cheap plug for Pin Me, Pay Me, and also I kicked that on too.
Available at tinyurl.com/blazebook1 and tinyurl.com/blazebook2.
There you go. Thank you. See, with that said, Buddy, that was one of the matches I spoke about last week. I was in the ring with him and hadn't been properly trained all the way, and he put me in a ring. The promoter did with him and against Hector Guerrero and Boogie Woogie Man Handsome Jimmy Valiant. And Buddy and I went out there, and that was the first time I met him. And then I after I took off to Florida, because I got kind of smartened up, and I took off to Florida. But I had always been a Buddy Landel fan. I was catching the tail. Of course, I saw him in Memphis some, but I was catching the tail end. You and I was talking off air on Continental at the time. And then several years later, I got to work with Buddy at Smoky Mountain. And I was always one of his fans, you know. And Buddy and I to some degree, was a little bit alike. But I always had respect for Buddy, and I think Buddy always had respect for me. One of the funniest stories I can tell you, and I'll just do this real briefly, because I don't want anyone to take anything. Think I'm speaking ill of the dead. Rest in peace, Buddy. But we had our ups and downs, and we always worked through them. One day, after my book came out, and I wrote something very nice about him in Pin Me, Pay Me, about the title run, and I just told the truth, you know, and that's straight shoot. I just wrote it like it happened. And Buddy had written me a letter, and went through social media, let's just say that. And we had corresponded. And also, Buddy had been trained early on by the great Malenko back in the day. He was living with, I think Bob Orton Jr. was dating Buddy's sister. There's a whole story there. But anyway, so Dean Malenko knew that I wrestled with Buddy, and he asked how he was doing. I mean, it's way back when. So fast forward to a few years ago, and Buddy's, I sent him a little clip of what I was going to put in the book about him, and he liked it. And then when the book came, I sent it to him. He wrote me a really, really nice letter, and he said, I love it. I friggin' love it. And depending on when you got a hold of Buddy, if he was using the F word or friggin', but yeah, he was in one of them things. So what happened was, the funniest thing I'll tell you real quickly is he wrote me this really, really nice letter, and me being a smart ass that I am, I said, thanks. It's so kind. And I said, Buddy, thanks. You know, those words mean so much more to me. I was a little bit depressed at the time, but I try to stay upbeat. But I was like, you know, and so Buddy says, we're writing back and forth over a couple-week period. And he says, even Joe Malenko got involved in part of the conversation. But then Buddy writes me a thing and says, God always blessed me by putting me in a ring with such top talent as yourself, Bobby, something along those lines. And, of course, Buddy is real sensitive to the God issue, and if anyone is, I'm not meaning to offend anyone, but I'm just going to tell. I said, so God put you in there for a lot of talented people like myself. And I sat there, I said, okay, I know this is Buddy, so what the fuck. I said, yeah, Buddy, that's great. I said, my problem is this. I said, I thought Jim Cornette put you in there with me. He's a fucking booker. Buddy immediately come back with some heat. I come back with some heat, and I'm like, fuck you if you can't take a joke. And we was right back to where we used to be at. So I just said, you know, he said, God always put him with the, you know, the best talent, which I took as a great compliment. I said, yeah, well, I thought it was Jim Cornette, but whatever. You know? Yeah. So that's my last little Buddy Landel story that I'll tell you, you know, because you can read about some of them in the books like we already plugged. But Buddy was one of those guys, like you said, just a tremendous talent that was underrated, but pretty much by his own demons and his own admissions.
Oh, yeah. I did find out that Buddy, I don't know which governor did it, but he was declared the most influential wrestler from Kentucky by Governor Decree. You know, you're in Kentucky. You're in Kentucky, aren't you?
Fuck you, Buddy. God damn it, still getting over on me. I'd like to know which governor it was. Jim Cornette's from here. Fucking Muhammad Ali's from here. George Clooney's from here. Fucking, for Christ's sakes, Billy Ray Cyrus and Bobby Blaze are from fucking Kentucky. What the fuck? Buddy's from Tennessee. I'd like to know what governor that was.
Yeah, we'll look into it more at a later date.
No, I love Buddy and I miss him, but, you know, hey, it's just one of those things, and he was underrated. And he comes in.
Last week, we saw Buddy Landel searching for a new car for Bobby Blaze. This week, it appears he's found what he's looking for.
All right, this is the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel, back at Classy Motors on Clinton Highway with Wayne. I'm the Smoky Mountain Heavyweight Champion. Wayne, now last week on TV, I told you I was going to be back this week, and I've given you 1 week to find suitable transportation for Bobby Blaze. Have you made any headway yet?
We've got it. Come on.
All right, let's do it.
Boy, what a car. How about a 1993 Lincoln Mark?
I'm going to tell you something, Wayne. The only thing Bobby Blaze has got in common with a Lincoln is they was both born in a log cabin. Next!
Hey, Nature Boy, how about a 1987 Taurus station wagon? Everybody knows Bobby Blaze is a family man.
Well, Wayne, to be honest with you, I do know he's a family man. He's got a lot of kids at home. He's got a new baby, and he's looking for the daddy to every stinking one of them. So I just think that Bobby Blaze... Wait. That's it. That's the perfect car. Come here a minute. Wayne, that's it, buddy. Oh, my God. What a picture. This is it. This is the car for Bobby Blaze.
I can't sell you that car.
Why not? My God, those are bucket seats. And real cloth interior. Is that Rain-X on the windshield? Oh my God, what? Look at the tread on those tires. My God, well, how many gallons it get?
It don't get any.
What do you mean it don't get any? This is the perfect, is it automatic?
Automatic.
Tilt wheel?
Tilt wheel.
Cruise? Oh my God, it's got Bobby Blaze's name written all over it. This is so nice. The man said that he wouldn't sell me the car, Bobby Blaze, because it's wrecked, but this is the perfect car for you, Bobby Blaze, because it's indicative of your career. This is what happened to you after I beat you for this Smoky Mountain heavyweight title. Being the compassionate man that I am, I have found you the suitable vehicle for your future. Now, I'm the Nature Boy Buddy Landel and the Smoky Mountain heavyweight champion, and I'm coming right at you.